you have good grammar knowledge, good vocabulary, and even you can speak good English. If you make this one mistake, you will not sound fluent. Hello everyone, how are you? Well, a very good morning to all of you, and if you're watching this video at any other time of the day, then a very warm welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about how to speak English fluently. The million dollar question, isn't it? And today we are going to decode that because I was getting a lot of requests from all of you that ma'am, please give us some tips on how to speak English fluently. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm going to give you tips on how you can do that. First of all, please keep this in your mind that fluency is something that you cannot achieve in a day. So you have to be patient, right? Have patience and keep on practicing, keep on learning, and apply all the tips that I'm going to tell you today in this video, and you'll see a huge difference. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Let's begin and discuss all the tips that I'm gonna give you. So the tip number one is that start speaking in English as much as possible. Now, what do I mean exactly when I say as much as possible? So I'm not just talking about your speaking practice. No, whenever you see an opportunity to speak in English, try to speak in English without even thinking about your mistakes or without any kind of hesitation. Whatever level you are at English at that time, just speak. If you're getting an opportunity to speak, don't let it go to waste. You have to utilize that. You have to speak in English. Only then you are going to become fluent, because fluency will come after some time. So if you're not gonna take first step today, then you cannot become fluent thinking about it in just 2 days, 3 days. No. So start speaking. Speak as much as possible, because this is the most natural way of becoming fluent in English. You don't have to let go of any opportunity. So if you're getting opportunity at office, at your college, when you're meeting your friends, any random conversation, you're going to a restaurant, you are traveling through metro, whatever the opportunity is that you have, don't let it go to waste. Speak in English as much as possible. So the tip number 2 is that do your daily English practice. You have to do your practice daily. So earlier I was talking about speaking English as much as possible, but if you're speaking English at your workplace with your friends, that doesn't mean that you have to stop your English speaking practice. No, not at all. Your English speaking practice is dedicated towards improving your English, which is mandatory and important. So you don't have to stop doing that. And one of the things that I have noticed is that people are not consistent in their practice. Like, for example, they are practicing for one day and then they are not for 2 days. Then again, the other day they are practicing, and then for 3 days, 4 days, they are not doing this. And this is not how you are going to achieve fluency. You have to be consistent in your practice. If you cannot practice it daily, if your schedule is so busy that you don't get time daily to practice English, I understand, it's okay. We all have busy lives, right? And there is a lot of workload at our workplace. I do understand that. I totally understand that. What you can do is keep alternative days, right? So I am keeping alternate days, for example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for my speaking practice, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for my speaking practice. So you practice every other day. That will also work. But what I suggest is that if you can practice it daily, then that is extremely beneficial, because you are going to see a huge difference after a month. So when you are practicing your English speaking daily, you are going to see a difference, because you are speaking it, you know. uh, Fluency, we talk about fluency, and what is fluency? So fluency is speaking this language with ease, with an ease. And to make it easy, we have to practice, because as you must have heard it, practice makes a man perfect. And let me add something to this phrase: Practice makes a woman perfect. Why should we always use men? Women and men, they are equal and they both should get equal opportunity to improve their English, shouldn't they? So, yes, when you practice something, you are going to naturally improve at it. That's why your daily practice is very necessary when you are trying to become fluent at English language. Now, the tip number three. So, tip number three is that pronunciation. You have to improve your pronunciation. Improving your pronunciation matters a lot because when we are speaking fluently, it's about how good we are speaking. And if we are not using correct pronunciation, it is a huge barrier to our English speaking fluency. So, if you are mispronouncing words, what happens is that you yourself will feel uncomfortable in speaking English. And when you are uncomfortable, how are you going to speak fluently? In order to speak fluently, you must become comfortable with English language. For that, you have to learn proper pronunciation. So, you must be aware about the pronunciation and you should work towards improving your pronunciation, which is quite important because pronunciation is the most important aspect of spoken English. So please improve your pronunciation, pay attention to your pronunciation from day one. This is something which is highly neglected. We continuously give our attention to English speaking practice and grammar. Now, if you are mispronouncing words and you are doing your daily English speaking practice, you are mispronouncing the words daily, and you are picking up bad pronunciation habits. So, in English language teaching, in the word of English language teaching, international word, we call it bad pronunciation habit because you have continuously spoken the word in that certain way and now you're habitual of mispronouncing it. So it's better that you start giving attention to pronunciation from day one so that when you are doing your English speaking practice, you are going to use correct pronunciation every time. And when you are using correct pronunciation every time, it's gonna reinforce. Reinforce means it's going to be there with you. It will come then naturally to you. You will not have to do any kind of efforts. So improve your pronunciation in order to speak fluent English. The tip number four is do not focus on perfect grammar. That is one of the huge mistakes that every English learner and every English speaker who wants to improve the fluency they are making. So, focusing on grammar too much, making your grammar perfect, because just making your grammar perfect is not gonna get you fluency. What happens is when you're focusing too much on grammar, too much on making your grammar perfect, learning every rule, every sentence structure, this and that, you are too scared to speak it out because you're so conscious about using that particular rule, using that particular sentence structure, and also about not making any kind of mistakes. So, thinking, what if I'm making some mistakes? What if I say this wrong? So, don't focus too much on grammar. Obviously, learning grammar is important. I'm not saying don't at all learn grammar. Don't focus it too much. Don't make it your utmost priority. So that should not be your priority. Your priority should be speaking English, not learning grammar. Learning grammar is a part of, perfecting your English, improving your English, and gaining English speaking fluency. It's a part of this. It's not the main component or the major component that dedicates your English speaking fluency. Keep that in mind. So keep it as a part of it and obviously learn grammar. Side by side, keep on learning grammar and keep on practicing your English. Do both the things together. That's the solution. So please don't run behind perfecting your grammar and then start speaking in English because that day is not gonna come. You will never be satisfied by your grammar. You will always be conscious of making mistakes if you are running behind grammar for months and months and then you are gonna speak because that confidence will not come at that time. So when you're learning grammar, start doing your speaking practice, start speaking English from day one. Do that to improve your English speaking fluency. Now there is this tip number 5 that I'm gonna give, and this is very important. This is something that you have to keep in mind when you are speaking. At the time of speaking English, if you have good grammar knowledge, good vocabulary, and even you can speak good English, if you make this one mistake, you will not sound fluent just because of this one mistake, that is rushing your words out. Don't rush. Do not rush. Speak slowly, take pauses, take a breath in between, and keep in mind the intonation, the rhythm of what you're saying. So don't speak it like in one breath, in one go. Don't make it a jet or an express or an airplane. No, it's not that. It's in language that you're saying why? Because you want to communicate. So your message should be delivered. You must speak in a certain way that everybody is able to understand you. Like, for example, the way I'm speaking right now, I am taking pauses in between. I am not speaking continuously without taking a breath. So pausing is not like you are thinking about English. No, pausing is important in between to let your listener process whatever you have said. That's why speak slowly. When you'll be speaking slowly, you will feel more confident and you'll have more words in your mind. You will be able to sort out in your mind whatever you want to speak. So that's my last tip for you to become fluent in English, that when you are speaking, please speak slowly. Take pauses and do not rush. Don't feel nervous, don't rush. So, these were all the 5 points today that I discussed for you to become fluent in English language. And you must be thinking that practicing English and improving pronunciation, everything, how are we going to do that? So I have already made videos. I keep on making videos for you where I discuss about various techniques through which you can practice your English. You can improve your pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar. So you can check them out. I will also put some links in the description box below, so you can find the links to all the other videos from the description box of this particular video. So I hope that this video was helpful for you and you're gonna follow all the tips to improve your English speaking fluency. And I'm sure you are going to get there and you are going to speak English fluently. Definitely you're going to do that. So that was it for today. Thank you for watching the video. Do like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe my channel if you're new here. I'm Shivangi and I'm gonna meet you next time with a new topic. Till then, take care and bye.